one disclaimer. This current session and demo won't directly help you because even I'm also not sure how exactly we have to set up, but somehow you will get an idea that how you can deal this because as per my understanding, I will try to explain you, but here
The file
understanding
which I
can
have
be
shared last night now, using that I have already set up my Kafka in my root machine. In the Hadoop
okay.
user, I have to set up. That is a very good file. In fact, you will be able to set up Kafka. You will be able to run the command. You will be able to, like, I have been able to do it. I have been able to type messages and open it also. So the file which I shared last in the last meeting, na, it has got
Uh-huh.
everything.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay, so let me just start sharing my screen, and what I will do is I will share my complete window, entire screen. There is nothing like privacy or anything here. Please let me know once my screen is visible. It's visible, right? Not?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's visible.
It's visible. Okay.
Yeah, it's
So
visible.
yesterday I'm quite fan of Red Hat Linux. So let me just do this. So here I have created one machine which is nothing but Apache Kafka all-in-one setup. So what is this all-in-one contain is that so here I have one screenshot. So these are the basically components we have if we try to set up a Kafka cluster. So very first thing which we have to configure is always zookeeper. Then this is then we require few brokers. So these brokers are nothing but if you are familiar with any cluster environment, you can call them as nodes. So these are node 1, node 2, and node 3. Okay. But here to make it very simply like simple, this complete setup first thing we are doing in a single machine, but in real life if you want to enjoy a very proper setup, then this can be one machine, this can be one, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 machines you can, but we will do each and everything within one machine. So that's why I called it all in one. I set up it, and this was the document also I was preparing, but one state in one stage it failed, and what happened is that this is what I got. So this is nothing but Kafka GUI which we get from Kafka drop. So it's not working proper. I tried to troubleshoot it little bit, but it didn't work for me. So that's the reason this way I have skipped. Otherwise what I would have done is just like I would have cloned this machine and export and put somewhere on Google Drive. Then you can install the Oracle VirtualBox and just import it, and you have a running system ready made setup for you. But it's okay. It's not a big deal. You can also do it. Uh, so then what I thought is how and where we can do. So again, to keep very much simpler, I went on AWS, and here I have created a very similar few commands, few things different, but almost same. Like you can say it's more than 90% same. So here I have created this Kafka, everything within this again all in one setup. Here this is I have taken the CLI of it, and if I show you, so here this is running. So it's working, and this is the public IP address. So good thing about AWS that I got this public IP address, and on this particular node it's running. Now how exactly we have configured it? So let's start from very initial start. So you let's suppose you have logged into AWS, and then we will just click on the launch instance. In the instance we will require Linux machine, so Amazon Linux I'm going on, and so here it's by default selected. Next is you can go with the T2 micro, but T2 micro will give you only 1 GB memory. And like we know, this Kafka is totally dependent on. Let me just remove this. It's tip coming every time. WhatsApp. So this Kafka is again requires Java environment, and Java processes little bit heavy in nature. So this, instead of this machine, what I preferred is, instead of T2 micro, I have taken this not 2 GB, actually 4 GB, 2 T2 medium. So for the one who are quite new on AWS, so what you can do is, using your bits email only, accounts. Let me just open. I have utilized it for 1 year in AWS. Most of the services are free of cost, so you can set up your account. You can use.
Are we recording this thing? Anyone please?
Manoj, are we okay? Thank you. So the yeah, so this particular machine which I have selected over here, T2 medium, is not in the list of free, but hardly, some few rupee there will be charge, and that too you can manage, like as soon as you have utilized, you can stop the machine or delete. So that we will talk later. So as of now, to run our setup properly, I have utilized this particular instance type T2 medium, so that we get 4 GB memory, 2 CPU and everything. If you talk about my local machine, which I have given, so here if I show you, I have given it around 8 GB memory, 8000 MB, and I have given it 4 CPUs. But hardware wise, it was okay. There was no concern, but something else failed somewhere. Okay, key value pair, if you want, you can create for you, but I'm not creating anything so that on directly. So if you want to access from, putty and all, then you can give, you can create a new key value pair. Here I have by default here, but again, to make it simple, I'm not creating any key value pair. I will directly access like this. I have done over here. Okay, network setting, again default. We are not touching. We are not doing anything here. One change we will do, that we will do once it's on. Configure storage. So 8 GB storage is quite sufficient for us. We don't require any additional, and that's it. So most of the things, if you see over here, it was default selected. Only one thing we have changed. By default here it was T2 micro, but instead of the, I have selected T2 medium. Apart from that, everything was default. Guys, if you don't understand anywhere, just stop me. I never mind if someone interrupt me in between. Launch the instance. I have clicked on the launch the instance. Oh, it's telling me that. Okay. So here they are asking the proceed without a key value pair. It's not recommended, but here in just practice environment, we can use. Launch the instance. It's launching
Rakesh,
it.
one question. This account
Yes.
you're using Bits mail ID, right? Is there any
Yes.
advantage? We are getting any students advantage there, or
No, you can use. I actually personally, I don't know if there is any additional discount, but for every for student purpose, any Gmail ID, any email ID you can use and register for 1 year. It's by default free of cost.
okay,
So I only utilized Bits email because my personal email ID was already existed. I have used it for 1 year. So now if I continue that account, then I will have to pay for each and every service. If I use a new
okay,
account for initial 1 year, few services, not all the services are free of cost, but most of the services are free of, and in most of the services also, like just now I have told that this particular, T2 micro was free in the list of free. Here again, if I click on
Can you
instance,
show the main page from where you log in?
okay, I will, just a minute. So if I show you, so see, T2 micro free tier eligible. So apart from this machine, you won't see this tag. So this is the free. If you launch this, then it's free, but other machines, but very nominal charges. You, however, you only one thing you have to be very much, uh, that if you are not using, then the machine state should be stopped. Now someone told me, sorry, didn't notice your name. So if you want like Amazon login, so here we have simple. This is what I searched in Google, Amazon Web Service. Here it is. Actually, it will give me directly. So let me just sign in out. Sign out. Sorry. So here, this is the default. Even if I remove this, so here, this is the default aws.amazon.com. Sign in to the console. I just click over here. Then this email ID automatically come. This password is also I have saved. So yeah, that's it. Once you logged in, then what you have to do is, so once you use, then services list over here, top used services. But for very first time, what you can do is you can type here EC2. If you type EC2, then very first search, like these are the services related to EC2 you have, but you are interested in EC2. Just I have just clicked on this. Now this is the complete dashboard of EC2. So here you can see your running instances and everything. So if you are not interested into this, you want to see complete. So just click on instances, and here I just have two instances. So one I won't shut down it because my team member Nia is using this machine. I have given it to her. So very first thing, so now machine we have, okay. If I select this, then this is the public IP address. This is the private IP address. How these are helpful, that we will talk. But one thing I want to give over here, that I didn't give any name. So let's give a Kafka all in one demo. Let's say this is the name. This, if it's okay if you don't give, it's not something mandatory. One very important thing, as I told you, we will do, because total these many services you would be running in your this particular server. One zookeeper service, producer service, broker, and these many services. So all these services require run on multiple pods. Okay, just let me refresh this. What are those pods? Let me just show you. Okay, sudo su hyphen. So we have a command in Linux net state hyphen tnlp. If I just hit this enter, so these are the ports, and only I will grab the ports which Java processes require. So these many ports. So these many ports, it's 9092.2181. So these many ports it required simply. So one way could be, if you are very secure, which we actually always when we work in production environment, but here again in testing environment we can. So you configure your security groups. Security groups is nothing but, you can consider not exactly firewall but kind of firewall. So security group you have to configure, and which security group is attached to your machine. So again, go back to the console. Let me just reload this. EC2 running instances. This is my new machine. So here, if I go, here you just drag it little bit side. So these are the security groups. So this is the security group is attached to this particular machine. Okay, I will just search the name. This is the name. You just click on this. It will open for you. So as of now, only SSH is allowed to this particular machine. Apart from SSH, if you try to access this machine, so all those connections are not allowed. So what I do is edit the inbound rules. Instead of SSH, I will select all traffic. I'm not bothered here about security or not. If not, then what you can do is you can add multiple roles here. I don't want to fall into all these, and these are the ports. But for that, what has to be, you have to be very much for sure that these are the ports which my setup will be required. All those things you have to configure over here. So here this 000 for the one who are no. So anywhere from world, any IP address, don't stop anyone. Everyone is allowed save. That's it. Now this machine is ready to be accessed. So what I will do is, again, I will just select this connect. Here simple GUI we will use. Easy to connect using multiple way, but I will use this connect. Now what I'm doing is I'm just closing this tab so that we don't have any kind of confusion. As soon as, so if your machine is properly started and accessible, then this kind of like your when you connect it, this kind of prompt you get. This is Amazon Linux something icon, and here if you fire the command, who am I? So I am EC2 user. This is the default user. Now what you want to do is, let's first of all switch to the root user so that every time I don't have to type sudo in every command. So now I am a root user. Very first thing which I did over here. Now the next thing is that this, as I told you, zookeeper like these things. Sorry, Kafka. These are from Apache family, dependent on Java. So very first package which we have to install, that is uh, Java package. But if how do we know that which Java package and all, if it is installed or not? So this RPM is Red Hat Package Manager. Hyphen Q means query, and I'm giving option A means all. So I'm actually listing. If let's say Q, let's say SSH. If I run this, sorry, open SSH server. So see, it return this. That means it is installed. Now I don't know what is the name of the package of Java and all. So what I'm doing is a grep means listing all. So by default, if I hit this, it lists all the packages. I'm just control C. Will try to grep like SSH. If do, then it give me these many packages installed related to SSH. But here I'm interested in Java. So if I run this command, that means Java is not installed. Also another way you can verify is Java version. So there is no Java command installed on the machine. So one more thing about Java is that like different companies have their own Java, like Oracle Java, Red Hat Java. So here Amazon also have their own Java, and
But for our assignment, whether Java is required?
yes, Java is required. Apache Kafka requires Java environment. So Java is,
Okay.
so here I know what Java this Amazon provide, so that you can install. So the one who are familiar with Ubuntu, so there you use, oh my god, this is very bad. This happens when you are quite typical Linux guy. So I use a shortcut control W in web browser, close your tab. So I have disconnected my session actually. So I was talking about it was nothing, just ignore. So in Ubuntu we use apt, but here we use yum instead of apt. Yum install, and the Java which here we have is 11 hyphen Amazon hyphen core. This is how I know this name. Like I'm not maybe very first time I don't know. So one good thing about Yum, what provides Java. This is what you can run. So there are so many. See, if I hit this, then I have so many Java. So here they have Java 17, Java 17, Java 17. But the version which I will install for you, the Kafka, that version is best suitable with this particular. version. So we will go with Java version this 11. Okay. So from here, this is the complete package name, but we are only okay with this is what. So in Linux, just hit enter. It will very quick because you are getting now AWS speed. So these many things it will install for you Java. We are not bothered about that. Just press Y and install. So for those who are already know, maybe you are thinking that very silly things I'm trying to explain over here, but I got the feedback that there are so many guys here who are not quite familiar with. So that's the reason I'm trying to explain each and everything. So this Java is installed. How to verify Java is installed? So one way is again Q, sorry, RPM hyphen Q Java. If I hit this, it won't give you like that because you have to give exact. So I will just grab. So this time you see this is installed. The another way is Java hyphen version. You can find the command. So here, oh, what about hyphen it is? No, hyphen I think. So if you switch from, seems like I have written correct spelling.
Version, yeah.
Hyphen is only the correct one. But this happens when you switch from one flavor another. So this is the way you can, yeah. So previously when we run this, we got that there is no Java installed, but this time we are getting this is the Java OpenJDK version 11 is installed on this particular machine. Okay. Now if I just fire the command, what are the Java processes are available as of now? So it's saying that JPS command is not installed. Okay, we are not bothered about that. So basically nothing Java processes. If I just fire the command net state hyphen t and lp grep Java, there is no. You will see 22 port as of only this is only the service running on the port 22, which is nothing but SSH. Okay. Next thing you need Apache Kafka uh, tar file. So that I have collected here. One more thing before that, systemctl status firewall. This is system firewall. So it's not available here. That means we are okay. If it would have any firewall over here, then I would have stopped it. Now paste this. So we will download. So for this, what I will do is let me cd into. I can do it in root directory also, but sometimes. Okay, let's do here only. Not an issue. Let me just paste this. So this wget command is the, you can say like in your browser, if you give this, so I'm reviewing this. This is the URL, and if I hit enter over here, then it will start downloading the package. So similarly in Linux, if you want to download something, so you can use the wget command. If I hit enter, it will immediately start downloading this. This package is a little bit, like I think it's around 200 MB. Not exactly sure. Oh, 101 MB. So maybe depends on your internet speed. It could take quite longer time. Oh no, it won't, because if you will do it on Amazon, then the Amazon speed will come into the picture. So here we have downloaded. The very next step is tar hyphen x means extract. V means we want to verbose whatever the processing is happening. We want to see it. Exit F means forcefully we want to do like X V Z F. So this Z means this type of tar. What type of tar we have? So this folder, basically this file, we are trying to untar Kafka. Why? Just a minute. Why tab is not working? This file is here only. Tar hyphen XVJF. Copy and paste. So see this processing we are seeing because I have used this V option. If you remove it, then something in background it will happen. Command will stuck for some time, and when it complete, it just like see. So here it is. Now the Kafka tar is done. So now in teaching and explaining, professors explain so many things like how exactly this is done, and for understanding it is quite difficult. But whatever all these, all the zookeeper, broker, producer, consumer, everything. So everything is a process. You just run a script and it launch. And how and where these programs are stored. So in here in the C, so these are the binaries. So as of now, I am in root. Root was the directory where I have downloaded this. This is untar folder. And if I move into bin, and if I just ls, then you will see here few files, few names you would be familiar with. Ignore this connect distributed, but see very first thing, Kafka console producer. So this is nothing but the producer script it is. So if you run this script, then in the background it will run producer for you. See, this is the leader election, sorry, leader election script. Kafka. So few scripts call background from another scripts also. Also, in the second line, maybe you are not aware. Kafka server starts script. It is connect standalone Kafka consumer. This is metadata. Kafka server stops script. It is for Windows also. They have given us. We in Windows we have base files. So here you will see zookeeper start and everything. So this is the folder where all these programs basically stored. As of now, they are in just we can say sleeping mode. They are not like wake up. They are not doing anything. But we will do one by one. So Kafka is dependent on Java. So Java we have installed. Now Tarball is done. The next dependency of the Kafka is that unless until you don't have Zookeeper running, you can't start your Kafka. So you will have to start Zookeeper. So this is what we have taught. So Zookeeper is the guy who manages your complete cluster. So this is the service, very first service which we will configure. Okay. So how to configure again? So as of now, I am over here. I will just come one directory back, and as of now, I am in this directory, cd. So in the bin directory, I have a script. What is the script? Zookeeper server start. So script name is also quite familiar, right? It can be used by in. And one more thing, I want to show you. If I run directly this now, so it's not like if I run and it will start. So what it say? So thanks to the community who like build this particular program that way. So it's very explanatory, self-explanatory. So even if a new guy try to set up it, he can do. So what it say is when you run this script is dependent on a file. This is Zookeeper properties. So maybe when we run this Zookeeper, it required some configuration, and this configuration is stored over here. So basically in Kafka word, configurations are known as properties. Okay. So from configuration, just now I have said a word configuration. So where it would be, then here in the same directory where the bin folder we have, the next folder is like directory config. In Linux word we call it config. And here if I show you Zookeeper properties, this is the file available. So this is the file here. It's data dir temp and everything, multiple things. This would be the port. So if you change this port number, then your port, like your Zookeeper would be running on, let's say if I change it to 9000, then it would be running on the 9000. But it's not quite recommended. This is only very small file. on whatever you see. So this is the first file where my cursor is as of now, and this is the last line, which is 8080. So we are not doing, we will use the default setup only, but I just try to show you so that blindly you don't run. So okay, now okay, Zookeeper. So if you are looking for some config file, so this is the config file, Zookeeper properties, it is available. That's it, only available. Now one more thing, as I told yesterday, if you run this, then this program will be started like here. If so, is this program started, Zookeeper and all. But now what happened is I have, let's say I assume that you can only have maximum one window, one session. So now my CLI is gone. I can't run another program. Even if I run ls command, it won't, because this CLI is captured. So what I will do is, as of now, I am doing control C. So control C means I came outside. And then if any program you want to minimize in Linux, like in here, this is the web browser I'm using. If I, just minimize this, I can show you this thing. So the same way, if you want to minimize something in Linux, so you use this symbol. If I'm not bad, I'm quite bad in symbols and all, but this is ampersand sign, right? The symbol which is available on key 7. So just I used function, and if I hit enter, then what will happen is it seems like this terminal again captured, but it's not. Like if you just hit enter, I will get my uh, terminal again. I can run any command, ls pwd. One command I am interested as of now is that what so jobs is the command where you can see what are the processes running in the background. So it show you this is the program running in your background. It's okay, it's running. The next I want to run is the jps command. So why jps command is not over here? Yum, what provides jps? It should yum what provides jps. It must came from Java when we install Java only. But okay, we are not much. We can check from another way also. Like previously, when I run net start command, there was only 22 port. But this time, that's the reason I opened that configuration file. So this is the port started. So that means, and this port is for Zookeeper. So basically, ultimately, this command jobs and this port says that in your system as of now, your Zookeeper is running fine. So you met one step of your configuring your Kafka is done. Now next thing. So as of now, we are configuring each and everything on the same machine. So uh, so we don't have to download this package again and again. Let me go back. Otherwise, we will, doesn't matter what package what module you want to configure Zookeeper. Every time you will download, let's say instead of this, I have launched another machine. So in the another machine also, what you will do is, first thing you will install Java. So that step remains same. And the next step is you download this, because this is only the package, and inside that all these program comes. So basically these two steps are common, but here in we are in all in one setup. So Kafka, this already downloaded, Java is already installed. So we will just, the next step is that we will run our the next step is Kafka server. But for Kafka configuration is also like for Kafka configuration we have to configure few things. What are those few things? Just a minute. Just a minute. We will start the Kafka. So let me just run again. We'll take help of bin Kafka server start. If I run this, it will say It will dependent on this file. Okay. Within twin config server properties. Okay. So this is the file. So very first parameter which we want to configure is that, you know, just a minute, guys. Actually, my wife is also in the same course and she's in first semester, so she has to submit their assignment and she was looking for the laptop. Okay, no. So let's come back. So what I was trying to say is, yeah, here it is. So very first ID is the broker ID. So broker ID you can give, like 0001. So this, what is the broker ID you want to give? So this is my one of the broker ID. Let's say I am giving one. So this has to be unique. So by default it was one, but I have changed it to this. Just a minute. The next parameter which we want to configure is in the same file. I'm coming down, coming down, coming down. Let's keep going, keep going, keep going. Yeah. So the, where is zookeeper? Very important, that's the reason. So in professors explain that without zookeeper you can't install. So this is the when you try to start your Kafka, it it asks that where is your zookeeper is running. So our zookeeper is running. Again, I need, so I'm quitting this. I will if config. This is the IP address I will require from here. Copy. Again, go back to this file and insert mode, paste. That's it. So we told them. So also, this is the port you are quite familiar with now. So on this particular IP, on this particular pod, my zookeeper is running. Okay. So this is one more dependency for them. And
So
one more.
both are on a different machine, is it? Zookeeper
No,
and
same.
Kafka, same
No,
machine only.
as of now we are running on the same machine. But if it's on different machine, then what you have to do
Okay,
is you just have to give your IP address over here.
got it.
Got it? Okay. Let me just. I have noted down in the afternoon. What are the parameters we will have to configure in that file? This is we have done. This is downloaded. Downloaded JPS. By default, JPS command is there. I don't know. Okay, only two things. Broker ID. So we have given. So we told that my broker ID. That means my first node ID would be 01 and my zookeeper connect. You can connect over here. That these only two things required for Kafka to start. And now we can start the Kafka. So Maybe I can copy paste this command again. So every time when if let's say as of now I am here, but I'm here, and this kind of queries I try to solve when we were configuring BDS assignment. So if I run this now, what error message you will get is that this file is not available. Why this file is not available? Because what thinking, so as of now I am here, so obviously this path is not available over here. So first you have to go to the Kafka folder here, and if I do ls, then you see that this bin folder is available over here, this config folder is available over here. That means this is the correct path. So yeah, forget that. And yeah, again I will run in the background. So I have used this symbol and hit enter. If I do so, again, it seems like they have captured my CLI, but I just have to like press enter. Now again, CLI is available. If I again run netstate tnlp command, then you see few more ports came up, which is 9092. This was previously also. These are some additional ports, but for us, like we are quite familiar with 9092. So this Kafka server runs on the port 9092. Zookeeper runs on the port 2181. Okay, so two things we have in this figure. This Zookeeper we have installed. This we can say like broker is one this only standalone. So this is also done, and Kafka is running. Okay, next step is, sorry, my bad. I think I'm missing something. Let's go back and see this document. Okay, swap of this we don't have to. This was my local machine setup. This is here. Okay. Yeah, that's it. So we are done with that.
One more query. Yeah. Like
Yeah,
yesterday we were speaking about the Oracle VM box, right? Any reason like we shift from VM box to EC2?
sorry.
Yesterday we were referring to the Oracle VM box setup, right?
Yeah,
Like setting up the Kafka in Oracle VM box using image. So,
yes, yes.
I mean, like, any reason like we switched to AWS, is it because of the EC
Yes,
setup
the
or
reason was okay. It seems like you joined a bit late. So I configured
yeah?
on the local machine and I stuck with this huge error, I can say.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay.
And I tried to troubleshoot it, but it was taking quite longer time. And then the matter over here, I could fix it, but
Hmm.
the
Yeah, okay. No.
same steps will work fine in AWS, but same steps not working in my virtual box environment. So that's the reason
Okay,
I switched to AWS.
okay, okay, got
Okay,
it.
okay, and yeah, I was over here. So yeah, that's it. So now again in this Zookeeper done, broker done. So and my Kafka is running. So master node, worker node, everything is my this uh, the node which I gave, this 01 ID. So this 01 ID broker is my master node is also and worker node also you can consider. Not exactly in Kafka, but it's quite different, but for very high level, just for understanding, you can consider. Now we will require a tool so that we can see what exactly happened in the background and how it is working. So what I will do is I will configure calf drop. For calf drop, what I did is uh, again there are multiple way to install it, but by default package it don't give you. If I just show you and cd bin, so you won't find anything related to ll star calf drop. So see, there is nothing. If we in this complete list, you won't see anything. So this package is not part of this bundle, so we have to take it from extra. So for again like long path, what I did is I went to the Docker. So Docker path was quite faster here. So yum install Docker hyphen y option I'm giving over here, so that I don't have to give in the next somewhere in between. So Docker is installed. I will use Docker here also. Okay, Docker is installed. Now systemctl enable Docker hyphen now. So this command will do two things. It will start the Docker and it will enable it, so that at every reboot I don't have to start Docker service again and again. Enable. If I
Rakesh,
check, yes,
actually this
yes, yes,
system ETL thing I've been trying. Okay, I mean, since on this Ubuntu like machine, when you want to run your daemon or these services, Kafka Zookeeper. So if you do it on WSL, so WSL doesn't boot or doesn't come with this system D, what you call
yes,
system. Okay,
yes, yes, system
so
D.
then so that's where I got stuck. So there is like when I search for the resolution, so they say in the grub file, in the grub configuration file, if you change this Linux directory to init, by default it is set to init. So instead of init, if you set it to system D in this grub file, it works, but it's not working. So that's where I got stuck. So thing
Okay,
is,
okay.
so
Sorry.
as a workaround, if I let's say run these services without running the system ETL, okay, because in the documentation page I'm finding the system everywhere it is system ETL, but let's say if I go with without system ETL and directly start the services, so what I find it that I'm able to start Zookeeper, but for Kafka it says unrecognized service.
Yeah, because Kafka for Kafka, it's not like the service you are getting it. It's you are getting tarball binary. So for that, you have to follow this process of. Let me just run the history command. So to start the Kafka you cannot start like this, like systemctl start Kafka. You can't start like that. It's this
Okay.
service is unknown for it. See,
No,
so
no, but
so how
in the
you
doc.
have to?
Mm, mhm.
Yes, yes, you can make it as a service. That's the way available. But for that, you should be good in Linux. Otherwise, it won't be that much. So here the approach I'm trying to explain, which is doable by everyone.
Mhm. No, I
So
understand.
instead of systemctl, what you can use is, so in previous very earlier Linux version, we used to have this command service. If I run this Docker status, if I run this, see, it's giving me. And also very similar status if I run this systemctl status Docker. So see, very similar output, almost no difference. So in the background, you can say like very different approach, and technically they have like difference. But for the end user from very top view, it's same. So you can use service instead of systemctl. This is what I can say as of now.
So that's what. So I've been trying using service. Basically, see in the documentation that yesterday Ishwar shared. So I've been following that documentation. So they start this this Zookeeper service and Kafka service using sudo system ETL start Zookeeper or sudo system ETL start Kafka. Okay, but since I'm running into this system EMD issue, so I tried it without using system ETL. So when I tried it
Yes.
without using system ETL, the service thing that you are saying, so I'm able to run the Zookeeper, but the Kafka is not coming up. If you start the Kafka as a service, so that doesn't come.
Could I haven't followed the document. So that means it's sure that in that document it was like a package you got. Here I'm following the way which is like the by. So this procedure what we are following as of now is binary installation process. So if you yum install http. It's if I install any package by this way, if yum install http. Okay, service. If I install any package is available, if I install this way, then this is called the binary. Sorry, uh, package installation way. And the way you just untar it and then install. So if you try to do that way, then it's binary installation. Source code, not source code, but yeah, binary installation. So everywhere you have to do manual things. But in this case, like automatically files and configuration file copied where it has to be. So
Actually,
yeah,
thing
difference
is,
would be there.
I'm actually I was paralleling trying, like when you're explaining this EC2 thing. So I was trying on EC2, but the problem is that my AWS account is blocked. So I created a new account, but it takes 1 day of time to enable the services. So that's the reason
Okay.
again I'm routing back to this WSN and Putty thing, in which I've been already struggling. So yes, in
See,
case
I won't say it's not possible. It's possible, but then you require. So the way I'm explaining on these, so I found on AWS it's the easiest one, the approach. But even on the RHEL side, I have explained each and everything. Sorry, I have set up each and everything. But at the end, I got this. I stuck over here. So maybe in
okay.
AWS, Ubuntu also you stuck somewhere. So to avoid all these situation, yesterday I promised that I will come up with a approach where you are easily able to set up the like environment,
Mhm.
and it's
Yes.
workable for everyone.
Actually, yes, this EC2 is right. Even in our project also, we have installed Kafka on EC2 only. So definitely, and there is one more way which Mohammed was showing yesterday. Like he was showing the installation on Windows. Even that was also easier way. That even
Yeah.
that GoTT also suggested. GoTT sir also suggested. So even that was also doable way. Uh,
Yes.
But
Yes. Could be.
Windows, all the full setup is working. Anybody has
uh,
made
which one?
Windows full setup is working. Anybody has made?
Yeah, I guess Mohammed has done it. Mohammed
Yeah,
has shown it.
I did. Yeah, I did a Kafka installation on Windows.
Can you see?
It was
Uh,
working. Yeah.
and you have run
I,
anything?
I, yeah, I have run Python coding and sending the random variable to producer. Then I can see that in consumer.
Can you just make that full setup procedure? Can you share?
Yeah, I will share.
Right now, still can you share? And how you are executing? Can you show us or make a video to show us?
Okay, I'll do that.
You send
Yeah,
the full
Mohammed.
procedure.
Yeah, in Windows it seems very simple. That's my opinion.
Okay. So let's back to here. So using Docker, I will try to install my Kafka of the GUI for this. So what this command contain is, let me just note
One,
in the
one
notepad.
question, Rakesh, Anant.
Yes. Yes.
So this Amazon EC2 Amazon account, it will take 1 day for get enabled, is it? I mean, just
Yeah,
now Anant.
No.
uh,
Is it? I don't
yeah.
think so.
I'll show you. I can show you because I created the command this account parallelly when we were discussing. Um, okay, maybe is my screen visible?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That
Okay,
only
you
thing
see
like we
that.
start today only. That's what is my thought. Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
Uh,
no, no. Reason asking this question is we wanted to start at least today only. If it takes 1 day for enabling, at least we
uh,
can creating account today itself.
yeah, actually, this is my wife's account. Because it is blocked because I did so much R&D and so much things. Finally it got disabled or blocked. Okay, I did not pay the thing and whatever, so it got blocked. So I created a new account today, and that is with our Bits user. Uh,
And you provided credit card details, or it was a student account like without credit card?
so this is the command sorry, account that I created using Anand Bits.
Okay.
Now let's say that
Okay.
I try to launch this EC2 service. Wait a second here, because it was showing. Oh, it was showing me here that it will take 1 day something.
But you are able to just now.
Yeah, it
So
came up.
maximum it could be 1 day, but they have verified your account and now it's available to use.
Wait, let me check my email because I swear, I, okay, I got a mail, at 9:31. Your Amazon
Okay.
Web Services account is ready. Get started. Okay, 9:31 I got the email, but
So
before that,
maximum, yeah, yeah. So maximum time is maybe 24 hours, but they have
uh,
verified and now you are able to use it.
so good that I,
It could be that.
we verified it because I was otherwise I would have tried it tomorrow. Oh, great.
So
Right.
congratulations.
Yeah.
You can use it.
Yeah. So I will go with the EC2. That is actually simple, because actually I'm aware of it. I mean, I've done it, so I can go with the EC2. Fine with it. But
Yeah.
Windows is also good. What he was showing, Mohammed.
Yes. So the I would say it's always, when first time you do, you find it difficult, but once if you are able to like you are configure, then you feel like it's easy only. So in explanation, I'm taking quite longer time. I would have done it in maximum 10 minutes also, but I'm considering that here so many guys who struggle with Linux, so that's the reason I took quite
Yeah,
longer time.
Linux. Yeah, Linux is
Yeah,
the it's a catch. If someone has good experience on Linux, okay, because
yeah,
Windows user they are it's they feel easy when you have Windows multiple Windows, so you can open it freely.
yeah.
Uh, that's the uh, that's the difficulty Windows user use feel when they are using
Uh,
Linux.
yeah. And Rakesh, one suggestion. I think let's not go into this, Docker, this Kafka craft and other thing, Kafka drop. Actually, it will, add the complexity because here the main objective is to build this streaming application use the Kafka platform. So even if you have the basic Kafka, working where we can show the producer consumer, we should be good. I mean, this is my opinion.
Yeah, correct. Only I agree on that. But how you will see? Because for here, uh, how you will see like what are the data, and as of now I try to show you that GUI is quite easily, we understand. Okay, this is the topic, this is the subject, this is the message. So it won't take more, and it's not that difficult. I will share this document, you will be able to do it very easily.
Okay. If you have the proper description.
Just a matter of this one command. Two command was Docker installation, next service started, and this will launch it. So I was just trying to explain this command is that Docker, I'm running this, I'm exporting one port. So this is nothing but for petting, port forwarding, and these are few environment variables. This is, just be careful about this IP address. You have to give your system IP address when you install. So this is the IP address which is important. You have to mind. So and this port is again rest of the things you can use as it is. But when you configure, you just change this IP address as per your system IP address. How you get it? Just run the command ifconfig, and here it is available in enx0. Here it is available. Okay. So just I'm running this as of now. If I show you Docker PS, so there is no like container running. If I paste it,
Rakesh, can you do one thing? Like, can you also share this documentation in the group parallelly? So
yes.
maybe while I can try parallelly also. I mean, at least.
So here this document actually related to. So I wanted to modify it based on EC2, because this is more is towards RHEL setup. So few things I want to modify before share it, so that I get less number of queries while people set up it. Okay, so this is
Okay.
this container is running now. See, and one interesting thing I just want to give you. So this is my just a minute. Security group EC2 instance running. This is my public IP address. You can tag this, and let me just paste in the chat window where it is. Here it is. 9,000. So because I have exposed it, HTTP setup 9,000. So if you try to access this, you would be able to, access this. See? So this is the beauty of calf drop. So whatever setup we have, if everything is fine, it's proper, then see here, this is the broker. So this is your master server, you can say. And here be bootstrap. This is as of now, we don't have any topic. And so basically this GUI confirm that your setup is cool. Now, the next one thing I wanted to show you is that, okay, this is done. Kafka. So we will also start our consumer over here. Consumer, before consumer, we will require the producer, right? Just a minute. Or, or let me try to create a topic. Let me show you. So how you can create your topic graphically, very simple. Now you have access to it on your machine also. So just click new topic name, my topic, my topic. The number of partition one, number of the replication factor. So if I do it more than anything like 3, 4, it won't work because as of now we have only one. It's created error. Why? As of now we have only one broker. So one broker, that means maximum you can run only one replication. So my topic, again I'm giving, if I do this create, so see topic came over here. So here the topic is visible. Now I wanted to show you one thing, which is, let me quickly go back to the EC2 machine. Let's create in the bin as of now where I am bin. Let come back pwd bin kafka topic.sh hyphen create. So command line is also quite topic. Let give any name which is my topic one, and the next you can give is okay, we have to give our bootstrap server. Bootstrap server for us is everywhere we were giving. So this is the bootstrap server. Control C, paste. Hyphen same like in GUI also we gave the partition, right? So let's say here give the partition total for partition and hyphen replication factor by default one. So if you give or not give, if you want to give more than one, then you have to pass this keyword, otherwise it's not important. Replication factor, if I run this too, it will say, see here exception main third partition is not recognized option.
The
Partition I
partition
didn't
spell.
write. Yeah, spelling is wrong. Partition. Okay. If I run this time, it will say again partition. What is wrong? I'm too bad in spellings. Parti. Okay, the option is partitions. Partitions. If I run this time, then you will see replication factor is again 2. Here it require 2. So error message is also quite, simpler. So now the next it say replication factor 2 larger than available broker. So maximum you have one broker, so you can only give one replication vector. So if you give this option or not give, by default it's one only. So see, it will be created. So the topic is created over here where we can see again, just come here, refresh this, after off, and again one topic came over here. Partition C, partition 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 partitions came up. Now let's try to post something. Just a minute. So creating topic and message. So that means we have to produce the messages. So again, in the bin folder, Kafka console, console, Kafka console producer, we will produce hyphen topic. So topic name we gave, let's take this topic one, that was only right. My topic one, sorry. Paste. Hyphen bootstrap is every time common. Just copy this, copy, paste, and two was remaining there. So here something live you will see. So now see, now I am giving hi, hello, we are testing Kafka. Another message, more messages, few more, let's say. So these are the actually, this is the producer. We are producing the messages and these are the messages where we can see. Again, go back here and just view the messages. See, so here your data came up. This data came, this data came, this data came. Now in the assignment, the problem number, I think 3. So what we have to do is we have to write a program somehow so that that program work as a producer, and whatever coordinates that send, that should come over here. So that is the idea. And that's the reason actually I launched this GUI. So here in this topic, we have more than one partitions. More the partitions, if I click on view the messages, then it open. So here also you see, total offset for size is also 4. If I just view this, so this. So if from which partition you want to read, if I select just one, so in the partition 1 is nothing. Every message gone to the partition 0 only. So that's the reason. Message format, what is this format default from how many messages? So if you type over here 2, so just 2 messages show you. 100 if you see, then it's 100 messages you see. So this line, my this particular line command, where it is, here it is. If I again type more lines of codes, so whatever we are sending, it looks like it's chat window. Like here we are typing this is WhatsApp, and here it is getting delivered to my partner. More lines. If I just give empty enter also, like 1 2 3 4 5. So here you will see the messages would be there, but these are empty. See, there is no value over here. More lines of codes, but after that these are empty hits. So that's how it is. Now problem number 3, we have to do that. And once this is the producer program, once this is produced, then the next program is consumer. So how you want to consume it? That is also the logic we have to write in the problem statement number 3. So hope guys it was helpful, and I tried my best to explain it in very simple way and to configure in very simple way. You find it interesting,
Yeah,
especially this part,
Rakesh.
Kafka, this
Yes,
Kafka.
yes. Thanks, Rakesh.
Yes,
This like
Rakesh.
gives us a heads up of what to do.
Yeah. So now nothing, that assignment is nothing. But as previously I was telling you, let's see what happens is. So you visited on this particular page. So this is home page. So but it looks like we have just hit into the we have opened this URL. But as soon as we hit this particular URL, in the background, the web server of this Amazon, what data they have collected? Who is the user? So Rakesh is the user. Where he is located in the Pune? What is the latitude, attitude? What kind of subscription he has? What was the last? Those kind of information they automatically gather in the background. Now let's say I have selected this badminton shoes. So again, I'm on this page. So immediately, let's say I have opened this. I'm not moving anywhere from this particular page. So immediately what they will think in the background, the streaming is going on. This data already reached to their Kafka streaming engine. They have processed it. And immediately if I don't take any of action in some time, what they will show me, one trick normally they do is only one shoes left. So sometimes it's real, but if even if I order it, I have realized multiple time, again next time they will show that another one more available in the stock. So sometimes they do it. Also sometimes what they do is they they see that you are not ordering anything, so they will give you a very unique offer, like 10% extra, not exactly in the Amazon here, but sometimes this type of tricks works. So uh, that's the where this streaming solution helps. And exactly the same we have to do when someone move around to the that mall. Those data has to be processed from streaming system, and consumer should consume that data and fire a offer like nearby this. Not exactly, but like this is what the requirement is in the background. If it's a banking website, I have made a transaction. In the background they will check what was the amount, where from it was done. It was a public internet connection, it was a Wi-Fi internet connection, or it was a private one, what kind of machine they have used, it was a VPN secured or something. So they analyze each and everything in the like streaming system. It go their consumer consume the information, they process in the background, and then finally their producer produce this information, consumer consume it. They do some artificial intelligence in the background, and then they realize that, oh, this is a fraud transaction or it's a genuine transaction. So that's how it works. Similarly, something we have to do. This is what I understood. It could be wrong, my understanding. I'm not 100% sure that this is exactly the ask, but yeah, this is what I was thinking. Someone want to say more on this? So the floor is open, please. Thank you, Sankar.
Yeah, I think we
Thank you
need
so
to try
much,
this.
Rakesh. Yeah.
Yeah,
Now we
We
got
have to watch
confidence.
the
Hopefully, you
recording
can share the doc.
finish up the assignment.
definitely. So right now only let me just see what required you. What are the commands you need? Okay, I will, the like filter the doc and will share it. Very soon I will share it. How you can
Thanks.
paste it, how you can run it. So this is how you can attempt. Yesterday, my team member Neha wrote a program also. So from that program, I don't know if my screen is shared.
Yeah,
So
no.
what we have not shared, right? Okay, just let me share it. Oh, it's shared already. It's already
It's shared.
shared. Okay, it's shared. So what she did is until where we have reached. So we have deleted all these topics from here, and then she run a program. I have given her this same IP address and everything. She has configured this in her program. Some library she has utilized. I think uh, import Kafka from Kafka producer or something like that. That was the library she configured. And what uh, like when she executed that program, the topic created successfully. Only the thing was not coming like here. The messages are coming over here, right? So these messages were not coming, but we are able to like do till here. So my our topic was creating properly. This is till where we have reached in our team. If I do it, chat GPT, if I want to show it, Python code to send to send topics in Kafka. Yes, exactly the same. So let me just try that. So this is additional. I'm not good in programming and all, but let me just try it if I can do something for you. How exactly you can use it. Open something, downloads. New. This is the first cell we have to run. So this we didn't use Confluent Kafka just for the demo purpose. I can use it very quickly. We were using simple Kafka. Confluent Kafka is the enterprise, like normal Linux and Red Hat Linux. So Red Hat Linux is the enterprise version of Linux. And now this is installed. So few things I have to edit. One is this is my topic name. Here I have to give the IP address, which is nothing but. So I think this particular demo will give you more confidence after this session. Bootstrap server, producer config, let it be like that, or I don't know what exactly it is. How it will work. This message, this is the key, this is the value, producer and everything. So simple program. Let's run it. So we as of now, if I just this UI is visible to accessible on your machine also, but as of now we don't have any topic name which is my topic, my advanced topic, or let me just give the topic name D data science and engineering topic. Let give this, and I'm running this. It takes quite longer time. I don't know it will be successful or not, but we will refresh this. No topic yet. Let wait few more. We can wait until we get an error. So once this is like working, then only you have to play with your coordinates, send it, and design some offer, like frame some offer or whatever you want to do.
The topic name seems to be different, but you are looking my topic, right? So is it
No,
the
no,
same?
here I'm creating from this particular program, on this Kafka server. I'm trying to create this topic, and this topic should also contain these messages. This is the message or something like this. So let's see how far we go in this process. If you want to say other than this is what I understand. What you said, sorry, come again.
Yeah, this is the new topic that I understand. Then this topic
Yes,
should be in the cough drop, right? Okay.
yes, yes. So this is the topic we are trying to create. Let's see if it create. Not yet. As I told, we can wait until we get an error here. So Manoj, very initially when we came across this Kafka and all, I said that I will, give you a practical demo. So today was the day it has to be done. So why taking so long time? Stop. Complete it, man. I will do one thing. Come out. Window size. Okay. So both screens parallel. Not yet. Yesterday we were. I don't know if some additional code Neha wrote or not. I just gave her this. So I told her that I'm the admin guy. I will do the admin job only. Then programming you have to take care. So I gave her this thing, and after that she was able to, like, she told me that this is the topic I have, what topic name I have given. So you should have received, and we received it. We saw that it was created. Yesterday also it took quite longer time, but not that much. Today it is taking quite more. Producer plus y plus. And more, one more, this calf trough is, like the program which is not actually, I think, created by Apache community, but like some open source community have created it. So that's the reason it is not part of that bundle. Externally we have to install it. So I could have explained it in GUI way also, but I couldn't have, like we wouldn't have able to see it the way we are saying right now. What is that? Here it is. Some messages are coming. Okay, one program set
Yeah,
up Apache Kafka.
yeah.
Okay,
I share this. If
this
if
is
you are done,
for
Windows machine. Yeah.
okay.
If we are done, then I can quickly show this small demo.
Yes, yes, I have done from my end. If you want to take, then you can take. If my like publish on that UI, I will confirm. So UI is on your machine, so you can check if the topic is visible over there or not. Okay, so I'm stopping my share. Where exactly I can do that?
I have
Here
taken
it
off.
is. Here it. Okay, then
Yep.
go ahead.
You can see my window, right?
Yes, I can see.
Okay. So what I did is I just installed a virtual machine using VMware workstation. Okay, so VMware Workstation, this will come with a 30 days trial where you can you'll have you can create a virtual machine and you can take a snaps so that you can go per procedure. Okay, so what I did is I took a snap to only OS installation, then I took a snap at Kafka, Spark, Hadoop, and Anaconda installation. So installations are very simple. It's a direct installation which I referred from Google, YouTube. So and I'm following the same what Gotitis sir has told. Okay, so let me go to this position. So you do, for this assignment, we don't need to worry about the environment because we can run the command from the folder. Okay, so we don't need to worry about the environment, but it's good to set the environments. So if I go to environment, so I set Hadoop home, Kafka home, Java home, and Spark home. Actually, Spark is not working for me, so I'm just explain up to Kafka. Okay, and then in path you have to set the Kafka path, and in Windows we are using backfile in Windows, so we use Windows. Then Hadoop path we have to set and the Spark path we have to set. Okay, so then as per this notepad, so what I did is I installed all the application in C drive. I created a streaming folder and I have installed here only Kafka, Spark, Hadoop. Actually, Hadoop is nothing but you have a Win utils which you need to download and you keep it in a Hadoop bin folder that is mainly used for Spark. For Kafka, this is enough. Only download this Kafka version with Hadoop inbuilt, and you can extract to the folder. Once this is done, you can go to Kafka Windows. Okay, so now here in from Kafka, you can start your Zookeeper. Command. You start your command from here, then you run this Zookeeper. You see the Zookeeper is running. I don't know the logic behind, or I don't know much technical behind it. So I'm just following some.
No, one doubt is there. You have created VMware workstation. In that only full setup you have made, right?
Yes, in that only I made.
And now last command you have made that from command prompt only you have given that command, or in the VMware command prompt you have done? What
from
is it?
from VMware command prompt. This entire machine is my VMware. Okay, so what I'm doing is I went to that folder where I have installed Kafka. Okay, I installed here, right, Kafka. So from here, you see I type command. So it opens me a command prompt from C streaming Kafka.
I have a doubt, Jay. So, like, I too did same, but I'm getting error.
Yeah, let me finish because as I said, I don't know the logic or troubleshooting the error behind it. That's why I created this snap, right? So I created this snapshot so that if I get any error, if it is not working proper, then I go back to this position where I can start from the beginning, so that I don't need to spoil my local host machine. I just work on the guest machine.
But what is the point of putting on VMware? But on VMware, you did not install Linux, and in that you did not make the full setup.
No, I'm running a Windows machine on VMware. Like what Rakesh explained is same. EC2 is nothing but is a virtual machine where he installed Linux machine, right? So I'm using locally. He did it on web. Cloud, I did it locally on my computer. So on my computer, I installed this virtual machine VMware workstation where I can create virtual machines. It's your guest machine.
Understood, but what if directly you would have make all those installation in your OS itself, Windows OS
Yeah,
only?
no, that
What
is
would
what
have
I'm telling.
happened?
No, if something goes wrong, then I cannot say somewhere I made
Ah,
mistake. Okay, then my file is corrupted. That's
yeah,
all. I
that
cannot
only
do
the
anything.
thing.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
cannot do anything. I cannot format my machine. But here
Mm.
in virtual machine, I can format it. I can
Yeah,
format. I
yeah.
can create a new virtual
Mm.
machine. That is the reason. Okay. So then you have to start the server. Where same it is available in. If you see these commands are available in Windows. Okay. So you see these commands zookeeper, right? Zookeeper server. Earlier we started zookeeper, right? So that's also there. What we started zookeeper server start, right? Now we are starting. Now we have to start Kafka server. So now two windows are started, right? So now
Yeah,
server is running.
yeah.
Okay.
So you are installing components on different machines, right?
No, same machine, local machine
Same
only,
machine.
not different machine. Yeah, both zookeeper, broker, everything in the same machine. Okay. So now then in my list, I said we need to create a command, my topic, right? So let me create that. So for that, it says, okay, so I have to go to bin Windows. Okay. From here, I type a command. Okay. Because Kafka hyphen topics, this is here, right? So this is this topics. This one I'm going to start. Okay. So what I'm going to do is before that we can check what are the topics currently running. That also we can do. So for that I use this command. So I have only 1, 2, 3 topics. Okay. So now I'm going to create a new topic, which is my topic.
Yes.
So not as such, it is a bat.
Yeah, because that's the in command. That's the only difference. If you are running on
Yes.
Windows, then you have to the extension would
So
be
yeah,
BAT.
now if you see earlier it was only 3 topics. Now I will have 4 topics, which is my topic which I created recently. Okay, then I need to install um, to run the Kafka to integrate with the Python. I need to run what we call package. So this I'll do. Okay, once this is done, then I will open a Jupyter notepad. So this is I'm going to run. So it is creating a random variable. Okay. So now you can, it is sending these values to the topic, my topic, which I was created. So to check in the Kafka consumer, where you can check what are the things coming to your this one, right? So I need to copy this command, Kafka console consumer. So you go here. Where is Kafka console consumer is here. So from here you start a command prompt and you paste this. Okay. So Kafka console consumer dot bat topic, my topic, bootstrap server localhost 9092 from beginning. Okay. Enter. Then you see the values which is coming from Python. It is the same value. You can see it here in your Kafka, this consumer. So that's all. Now from here we have to take that data to your Spark. So I have this coding, but it is not working. That's why I'm trying to fix it. So up to here, it is Kafka. Okay. So install Kafka, create a topic, then produce the data. Then you can view the data in the consumer. Now this data has to go to from now this consumer is displaying the data, right? So similarly, you have to have like, so this is a code. Okay, I'll put it here also. All these codes are taken from ChatGPT. So here see Spark session, and it is taking the data from Kafka and localhost. Okay, so here up to
it has to go to Spark from Kafka.
Yeah, it has to go to Spark. Actually, how this is
how actually that connectivity you have to establish.
This is where we are establishing. He's here,
or this code.
here.
Okay.
Yeah, here you see we are declaring a Spark session. Okay, so you create a Spark session. Okay, then you create a schema. Okay, so timestamp and value which we are generating here, right? So you are based on our assignment data, we have to create a schema. So now in this program, we are creating a schema for timestamp and value, and then read the data from Kafka topic. So from
now,
this
what is the problem actually if you execute this thing?
I have some error. I don't know. I'm trying to fix from last yesterday. So yeah, let me run this. Okay, so up to here I am okay.
So
Okay.
so what is the purpose of Kafka here? Sorry, this Spark here. I didn't
No.
know.
Actually, if you look at Spark streaming, right? So you see here, Spark
Okay,
streaming.
so
You
okay, so you are
take
doing using
data.
Sparks cutting. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, take data from the Kafka in Spark streaming. You can do all bunch of activities, like you can create conditions, and so you can send it back to dashboards, or you can send it back to SMS.
Understood,
So
understood.
that's where we are, because I don't know from in lecture they have created one netcap tool, right? From there they are sending data, but if you want to send streaming data, then this is the way you send from HDFS or Kinesis or Kafka, then send to Spark streaming, and then use that data. So
You try
here
to
this
this
code
code
has
to
run, right?
execute. This code you try to
Yeah,
execute. If you
yeah, I
fix up
tried.
means then then you
See,
tell us.
it has created Spark session, and it has created this one. Okay, so I can. Oh, it has done this. Okay. So where I'm facing problem is a Spark session is created, schema is created, but here when I run this one, right, I have this error: fail to find data source Kafka. Please deploy the application as per deployment section of structured streaming plus Kafka integration guide. So it is not talking to my Kafka format. It is not talking. I cannot take the data from localhost. Something is missing. That's what I'm trying to fix.
You can search Google. I think some video you see connected.
Yeah, I searched. There are a lot of things. So now I gave up on integration. So I want to first confirm that my Spark is working. So I created another VM to check only the to check only the Spark is to check only the Spark installation of Spark. If here in Spark is working, then here I'll install the Kafka and try to integrate. That's my plan now. So Kafka is simple. Just extract the folder and run the command. That's
So
all.
you do one thing actually, your full installation procedure, the doc file, no, you shared.
No, there's no full installation. Just you have downloaded, right? You have downloaded, then you have to just extract it here. Like
In VMware only you are extracting, no?
yeah. So see here,
Yeah.
let me. So this is the file you will download. Okay, you will download from. So you download this, right? So
There is some version compatibility between Kafka and the Spark. Is required.
I don't know. I'm just trying to learn. So once this is downloaded, you can create it in your own folder. Okay. So from here, type command, and you can use tr hyphen xvzf. Okay, this Spark, sorry,
So
not Spark.
what are the things you have downloaded?
Kafka. We need to download Kafka. Yeah.
No, what are the other thing you have downloaded that we are asking?
Other thing downloaded for this assignment, right? So if you see
Yeah.
our installation notes, it's shared by lecturer GoTT. Okay, so
You
you
shared
need
this
to have a
document,
Java.
this document
Yeah,
file. This note file is there.
we yeah, we need to have a Java. We need to have a Kafka and Hadoop. Hadoop is not a complete setup of Hadoop. Only that WinUtils. This WinUtil is one, and then Spark. So we need all this um, Java, Kafka, Hadoop, WinUtils, and Spark. And Spark with Anaconda with PySpark.
A couple of questions, Mohammed. So, like when you install Spark, so Spark
Yes.
stream is automatically downloaded with it, right? Installed with it, or it is different?
The Spark stream, I'm not sure, but Spark stream is a part of. I think it's inbuilt with Spark.
Okay, and can you show that how are you consuming your the Python script data? For example, this location ID data or customer ID data, that tuple basically that you are generating from your Python script. So how this is getting ingested into Kafka? Can you show that part one more time?
Yeah, see, still I have not done that that part of coding. Here, just see, you are creating. You already created a topic, right? So where you have created a topic, my topic, right? So in this topic, you are sending your data.
Yes.
So this is the random data. So here in the random data, in the place of random data, you will have your assignment data where you assign the GPS coordinate for each customer ID, and you send it to this topic. Okay. So you will be sending to this topic. So the procedure is you create a topic and you create a producer and you send the data to the topic.
So basically it's a Kafka API in Python that I can see that you've used in
Yeah,
order
yeah,
to send the data.
because there is one step, right? I mentioned you need to install um, this one in Kafka and Python integration. App install Kafka Python. So this you need to install.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. So Python Kafka is very simple, but from Kafka to Spark, it might be simple, but I don't know, somewhere I'm missing. So if someone is done with that, then I think you can share your experience.
That format Kafka thing is correct when you are trying to consume the data coming from the.
See, what data coming to Kafka, you can verify with this consumer command.
No, that's right. I got it, and definitely. But I'm asking, like, when you are trying to consume the data from Spark, okay. So when you're creating the data frame basically. So Spark
Yes.
dot read dot somewhere you are doing, right? Spark dot read stream dot format. Yes. So this is correct. This format thing is correct, or I think there is some see, like, what is the error it is showing? What is the error it is giving?
Fail to find data source.
Just Kafka patient as per the deployment section of this.
So it says something dot load, right? It's failed to find data source Kafka.
I don't just check whether some like some service Kafka service name or something is required, because it is expecting Kafka service, or like it is up on your system. But what exactly it will be on some port or something will be there.
What I did
You are
is,
giving.
I tried, because this code is from ChatGPT, right? So I put it in ChatGPT, and
No,
it gave a lot of solution.
no,
Still, I am not unable to fix it.
no. Refer documentation. There it will be there. Let me also try if it is the documentation, like how can we consume it.
Yeah. So this part of code also I will share so that someone can.
Hey guys, Yogesh here.
Yeah.
Was it done or am I late? Because I just saw the message.
So earlier code is for your creating a data into Kafka, and now what I typed here is it's loading to Spark. I cannot share document here, but that's why I'm typing the code itself, copying and pasting here in chat box Teams.
Can you share the notes from Gotari?
Okay.
You see, Mohammed, I'm seeing the documentation. See, in the documentation, I'm sharing my screen quickly.
Okay.
You see that this is how they are using in Python. For the Python, from PySpark import Spark context, from PySpark streaming import streaming context. Okay, and then Spark
So this
context
is
local to.
sorry, yeah, sorry. This is from locally. I mean, from local data. If you come down, yeah, come down after the end of this one, right? Come down. Yeah. So this is local. Yeah. Come down further. No, come down. Yeah. So this is where you are going to. From here, it's starting streaming context.
Yes. So yes, apart from the Spark context, we also need to take care of the streaming context. Okay, so so are you reading it using streaming? I mean, we'll need to see using, because see, it is using create a D stream that will connect to host name port like this, um, like a streaming context it has created. Okay, and then using SSC using this thing. This is how it is used. This is how it is reading.
Yes.
Okay, so check this thing like.
No, but that what I said is right. This is by using. If you come down, right, so this part of code is by using a tool called netcap. You see here, just above, yeah, just above, yeah. You see here they are asking to use this is the same code what Goteti has explained in the lecture. Yeah, so it is just the code written in your Spider, and they are using a net cap tool where you send the data and you get it in a Spark. Okay, so below to that is the one which is taking the stream.
You see this streaming context text file stream data from directory, data then data read directory. So maybe you give your topic directory there and try this thing. I mean, see if it
Yeah.
works. Okay, this Kafka topic directory you give, and then see if it
Yeah,
works.
you go to programming guides on the top menu. Okay, Spark streaming, structured streaming. Go to structured streaming. Yeah. So this is where we are. We need to get our data.
Okay, so yes, in Python already. Spark session you are creating simple. And then read stream dot format. Anyways, this format is socket.
Yeah.
Okay,
Instead of socket, we are using Kafka.
Kafka. Yeah.
That's yeah,
So
Kafka.
try socket there and see if it
Yeah.
works.
Yeah, socket is a local socket, right? So we want to go to Kafka. So that's where the
No, but see, this is documentation, and I think you should try the socketing thing, because see, there are two differences: test socket and this thing. I mean, try with socket, I believe, or
yeah. So that's what I'm trying to do. I have created another machine only for Spark to check only the um, data within the Spark environment. I think because I am not from a software background, so I have a big trouble in troubleshooting all these things.
Hey guys, I just set up Kafka and all on my WSL.
Okay.
So you remember, right? We set up
Yeah.
WSL
Yeah.
for
WS.
BDS.
Yeah. For BDS. Yes.
Yeah, I was just thought to just give a try. I set up Kafka. Then I I created a dummy file. Okay. I read that file in the producer Python. I send one record at a time to the Kafka broker.
You're sharing.
And from the okay, let me share. Let me know if you're able to see. Second. Just a second. You're able to see my screen now?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So what I did was see, I have a file called data.csv. I just put dummy data. Just dummy data, okay? This is something we are getting from the previous question, right? The data frame. So what I wanted to do is to also we wanted to mimic to randomly send the data to the Kafka broker, right? Like a real time.
Yes.
So what I did was I wrote a Python producer. What it does, it reads this file and then it randomly picks up a record and sends to Kafka broker. And then it sleeps for 10 seconds, something like this, 10 seconds in my current case. And again, it picks another random record from this file and it sends to the Kafka broker likewise. Okay. And that's why it will continue. Producer will keep on running, right? Because that's how we want it to do, like a real time. Then the consumer, I have this HDFS, DFS, SLS. So I have two files now. Data, okay. So what I do in the consumer, I read the data from the Kafka broker in like a real streaming and keep on writing the this one output like file this file. I'm able to do it now. Let me show one thing. Let me first remove this. See what happened? Oh, not file one.
Only file, not file.
Yeah,
File.
yeah. It's directive. Ah, it's okay. Anyway, that will do. I'll change it later. Let's do this. This is just dummy program I did actually. I'll just change to say file one. Oops. Okay. So this will keep on writing to my HDFS, but in name of now file1.txt. See, now the file1 is not there. So what I was doing is dfs minus ls -n. So okay, there is no file1, right? And now I have another session here. See what I did here, what I'm doing is, as I showed earlier, I have a dummy file, no, data.csv. So my producer will pick up and keep sending, right? So Python producer, okay. So now it will keep on running. My Python, this will see the first record it sent, right? So after 10 seconds, it will pick another record, it will keep on sending. This is like an intermediate step I was trying. So this one, so it's going on. Now the file is not there. And let me run the command for this one. Spark submit. I'm running now the consumer, okay? So what consumer does is it will keep on checking with the Kafka broker that is set up on my this one WSL, and then it will pull the data and start writing to the HDFS file that I mentioned in the consumer. Okay, so it's running. So I think 2 records it has created, right? So let me stop the producer. Fine. And then also let's see if it's working properly. Data. So the file1.txt is created, right? I should be able to read it, no? Command ready. Now instead of this one, I have the file1. So let me go to the PySpark. And from PySpark, I will try to read that file, file1.txt, which is present in HDFS. It's reading this data frame. Say random 10 records. See, so far it could only read only three records. So this is how currently a part of this real-time processing I could do. Like set up a Kafka on this Windows subsystem for Linux. Earlier we had the setup for PySpark and Hadoop, right? So on top of it now set up a Kafka, one thing, and then I created a topic and all, okay? And then after that, these 2 programs as I shown here.
Can you show me that Python coding you are using?
This is just a dummy. I was just trying now.
No. For spinners, for
Which one?
sending the
Producer?
data.
Producer or consumer?
Yeah, producer.
See, producer, you just ignore this data frame. I just tried this one. This is not useful. See, I'm reading from that data.csv, right?
Okay.
Right.
I am
And then
sorry, consumer.
yeah,
consumer.
Yeah. No. This is not consumer. This is a producer.
No.
This
Consumer. Can you show me the consumer?
Oh, okay. So it will read from file CSV, create a randomly, it will pick up and send it actually, then sleeps for 10 seconds. Consumer, right? So in the consumer, I set up the Kafka broker and the topic, which is already I created, and the same topic I was just sending the data. And then I created the data frame as a Spark read stream. Whatever message I get, I set it as a message, and then I'm writing to this file, this message. The
so
file
this
which
here, this code is very similar, except in you have 2 options. One is Kafka broker, where I have mentioned localhost. Another one is option subscript topic name, where I have topic name and dot load. Okay, you're submitting, right? That submit is what it is missing when I searched. Okay, but I don't know.
And another challenge was.
Can you show me that submit? Can you show me that submit
That's
command?
what I was coming to show you that command. Oops.
Yeah, but instead of submit, why can't we run this command like python consumer.py, like the way you trigger this python producer.py? So why can't we do python consumer.py?
Yeah, I can do that. I can. No. The problem was that no. Wait. Consumer. Oh, the problem was that what was happening? The version. I mean, I have to check the version that I have, Kafka version and the Spark version. It is not compatible. So what I'm doing was, let me check. This where this one, right? Okay, let me see. So here I'm specifying the Kafka version and the Spark version also. So now with this, I'm able to run it, because if I run it, I'll show you what will happen. It's a conflict with the version actually. Oops.
So this is the solution which was given by for the problem where I have got error, right? But I don't know how to.
Yeah, even this is also working now. Yeah, right.
See, so
No.
this one now, something is, I was earlier getting a different error actually. But now if you see, if I run this one now, like compatibility, right? I'm giving this is a Spark version. If you remember, I mean, I was showing on the demo also, I had this particular Spark version actually. So the command was like this, Spark SQL Kafka, and then you have to mention what current your Spark version is actually, and that's the one we have to specify. So this command, if you run,
Okay.
it will run like just now we saw, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere I believe it's because as per the error, when you are doing the Spark submitting, so it is creating the JVM process. While in the other,
Yeah.
no, other is in the previous also the JVM. Okay, some Py4G error you have.
Yeah, I have to just, I mean, I can look at this one. I just got this error now. Earlier the error was different. I was looking at that error and then found, okay, this option it's working actually. At this moment, it's working. So this should be okay now. So like one side, I will keep running the producer. On the other side, I'll keep running the consumer, right? And my plan was like, my consumer will read from the Kafka broker like real time, because the producer is sending in real time, right? So it will read in the real time, push into the file, and then I will have another Spark program which will run, or the same one. Whatever data it will have that point of time, it will create some offer, apply on that, and it will send back again to the Kafka. Probably another producer I have to create, because we have to send the offer back to the customer, right? Like
No, no,
we get
actually,
the details.
but here
Yeah.
you're missing one part, because if you'll see as per the assignment instruction, okay, so you are doing the data processing, you are using Spark, and then you use some Python script or Python logic to recommend the offers. So that Python script
No, I
again
will
has to
using
be.
PySpark only. I will be using
Achha,
PySpark only.
okay, so you will be using
Yeah,
PySpark.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, fine. So there will
So
be.
yeah, basically what you're doing is you're getting from Python, you're storing it in a text file, then that you are sending to Kafka, and from Kafka you're storing it again in Hadoop
Yeah.
data file system. Then from Hadoop you are picking using Spark,
Yes,
Spark
yes.
streaming.
Yeah. Correct, correct.
So yeah,
And
without
then what I
Hadoop,
will do is
what
apply the offer. Yeah,
this
apply the
yeah
offer on the data which is coming or received. Like the data
yeah
what I received was the customer information, right?
correct.
So based on that, I will
So
apply the logic, some business processing,
yeah, but
and
what
then I will
I tried,
create
yes,
another.
I tried without.
Yeah,
Sorry, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, go on, go on.
No, no. The logic what I try to create is not
Mhm.
to store in between file directly from GPS location to Kafka, and from Kafka to Spark
Kafka
Spark
too. I'm
streaming.
doing the same. No? Now, see, the Kafka, it's like a temporary, right? It's a broker.
No, no,
So I'm doing the
you're
same now.
yeah, you're doing the same, but you're storing in HDFS data
Yeah,
files.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Instead
then
of a host machine,
from there, yeah, from there the Spark is picking up the data, not directly from
yeah, I can
Kafka.
do correct, correct. instead of HDFS, I can write to the host machine and I can read the data from that host machine instead of getting Hadoop inside. So yeah, but I just thought to use Hadoop also inside. Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
So what I'm going to do is
Yeah,
now,
that's
see, I'm going to write another producer. Okay, that producer on the like a post business processing, right? So what it will do, it will have the data which is coming in real time, like a customer is coming to the shop. Then I will apply some offer, will generate a new record, and I will do the reverse again. Now this producer will again send back to the same Kafka with another topic, say, return offer, something like that.
yeah.
And then again, I will create another consumer on the other side, which will read, and that read one, which we have to send it to the customer. I mean, kind of a message or like that.
Okay. But
Okay. So
Can
any
you just
expert
share
in
the Kafka setup here?
yes, yeah, like which documentation you have followed, or you have any documentation
Oh,
that you
okay.
prepared for this?
Okay, let me show you what I did was, I have also notes. I was thinking to share some time back because it's just the rough notes. I'll show you. Okay, so what I did was I downloaded Kafka from this site, okay? wget this file, okay? Then the tgz file, I just did tar, and then I added the Kafka home, like this is a home, right? After this one, I created a variable Kafka home and the path updated in the bash RC. This is just like a standard download, sorry, download and tar, and then update the bash RC for the path environment variables. After this, I installed the Zookeeper, okay? And then I created two services, Zookeeper service and the Kafka service. So the
So Yukesh,
details
this
are like,
yeah, you've done it on WSL. So in the WSL is your Ubuntu based, correct? So their
yes,
yum
yes.
apt get their yum will the yum will work, right? Apt get will not be there, right? Or it will be yum, right? Let me
No,
check.
apt-get works actually.
Yes, yes. In the Ubuntu
Uh,
system, apt-get works fine, and
Yeah,
yum is for
uh,
RPM
Red
flavored
Hat.
RX.
Linux.
Yeah, I think Red Hat, I guess. But this
Yes,
completely works actually. See,
Okay.
the one
yes, yes.
what I have put now, it is worked actually. This is worked. I have just put it back here so that I could share with you guys.
Yeah. But
So I
yeah.
did install this one, created this services, okay, Zookeeper service and the Kafka service with this configuration, and then I started the service. If you see next one, I enabled the Zookeeper and started the service. So if you
But you
see,
did, yeah, did you not get this error? The system has not booted with this what you call system D. Okay, I mean it has not bit the in its. I mean I got the error. I'm
no.
getting the error message whenever I'm doing it because I'm also trying to install in WSL only, and I always get this error.
Okay, okay,
Let
okay.
me see. The system has not been booted with system DS init system PID1 can't operate. Fail to connect to bus host
You
system.
can
This is what
you
I'm
can
getting.
reboot and try, but for me, it didn't need it actually. See, my service is running.
Uh,
This is the Zookeeper, and similarly, Kafka.
because see, even in the document in the there also they say that this WSL comes with the init, not with the system D backend. I mean, it comes with the init. The first process is init,
Mhm,
so you need to configure
mhm.
this system D somewhere in the configuration file.
System D.
So
System D I configured earlier. I think somewhere here. Just a second. Yeah, SSD actually, not System D. No, no,
yes,
no.
different.
No,
Yes,
I didn't do actually then. For
I think
me, I didn't
yeah.
encounter any issue then.
I'll tell you, maybe you did the reboot, okay, or if not reboot, but you install some package related to grub, like maybe sudo update grub or something you've done, okay, because I also did, and that created the
Mhm.
configuration file that I was looking for, which is grub. But then I'm getting another error, which is failed to get canonical path of root fs when I was doing sudo update grub. I mean, like there's too much complicacy when we're using WSL with this system ETL. This is what I'm getting.
Okay, for me it's very quick. I just did it in just half an hour only. I was just thought, okay, let's give a try, and it was so quick. So then I saw your invite, thought to share. But I think this is not complicated. Huh? I mean, see, maybe I'm using this 22.04, okay, the version.
Yeah, I'm also using same this 22. Yeah, the same thing only.
Oh, okay.
Um,
For me, it was so quick here. I mean, I would say try it once. I was just trying to make notes also. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Manoj, can you say again? I couldn't hear completely.
What Manoj is telling is instead of having HDFS in between, can it possible to
Yeah,
stream directly
yes,
from
yes, yes.
Kafka? So that's what
Yeah, you
Manoj.
can, you can. Yeah. If your question is Manoj, that one, yeah, we don't need to include HDFS. Yeah. It's either you set up. I mean, I have HDFS. I wanted to use HDFS also, but it's not needed actually. If you can just while saving, you can save outside HDFS like a normal host machine, right? Some folder, probably uh, some folder here like that. See, I put here, right? No, you will be writing continuously right there. See, somewhere you'll be writing, but it will be in continuous manner.
Yeah, yeah, Manoj. Like writing in file, that doesn't mean that streaming purpose is stopped there. It's not like that. You store, so in AWS also, if you get ready-made streaming services, so there you can attach storage like S3, and so you can store for a moment.
It is optional, right? S3 is an optional, yeah.
Oh, no, somewhere you have to write the logic. No, I can. I was thinking that way, like in the consumer part, right? So in the consumer, I read the message, right? Before writing, what I can do is this message I can, see, this is where I'm reading. Before writing, I can do some more complex, business logic application. And then finally I can write. That also possible. But
yeah,
on
So
the fly means
actually,
this is on the fly.
actually, even I also agree with Manoj because I think this Kafka, it is like the data is getting ingested there in the continuous manner, and then your Spark streaming, you should be able to read that continuous data which is coming into some stream, some console, okay, or some socket or whatever. So I mean, the HDFS or intermediate, the file system is not required. And I also think the same.
Yeah, I
can you
mean,
open again consumer, Anant? Because you're reading up to the this DF is
see,
equal to Spark stream, right? So this one, right? So this you are directly reading from Kafka only. This is a
exactly. This I'm
direct
reading
Kafka
from
integration.
Kafka. Yeah. See,
Okay.
So
here
you are
I'm
reading
not
from.
doing any processing, right? I'm just reading from the Kafka and just writing to HDFS. But as Manoj said, yes, and after the reading, I have got the message, so I can, you know, apply some more business logic, kind of more processing, and then I can store into the final file.
I mean,
Or
yes, you
I
can
can
directly
again,
consume from the first DF. I mean, you don't need to write it into HDFS, but from the DF that you're creating in the above state,
Yeah.
so you can consume. Yes.
yeah, this is my consumption, right? Yeah, this is my consumption.
Consumption from
So
after that.
Is reading directly from Kafka. This is say yeah. Dot load, right? This is where I got error, and solution for that is to I have to submit what Anant Anant use a code, right? Submit spark.org, all these things, right? That is where I'm missing.
so you mean, oh, yeah. I was doing this one, yeah. So
So I should not run the code
submit.
directly. I need to use this command uh, to to execute this code.
Yeah, this is how I like got maybe another way of handling that error. I also got the load issue. Idris, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Yogesh.
Idris.
Yeah. So I got the same error Idris there, like while load no, and then I was looking like troubleshooting, and I thought it's something like compatibility of the Kafka and the Spark version. One way I can do is another. I can remove the Kafka. I can see the matching. I mean, compatible version of Kafka with my current Spark. And again, I do, but I thought this is another way, which is working, right? So I don't have to worry now. I mean, I can just use this one.
Okay.
Yeah. For now, what I was thinking, like a real-time part is something is a kind of a workable solution through Kafka. But I'm not doing any like AWS and all. I just all WSL only locally.
Yeah, locally is okay. That should be okay. Yeah. But yeah, in assignment they have one statement also.
Oh, I haven't checked the assignment fully neatly. I have to see. I just started. I knew last time when we connected Manoj and me and Samir there. So I remember this is something is asked in assignment. I will have to just give it a try.
They're telling data's intermittent storage.
Intermittent. Yeah, intermittent. Now you can say this is my intermittent storage, right? In HDFS.
HDFS is intermittent storage. Yes.
I mean, I can take that as a intermittent storage, but again, that is also not required. Maybe I can do the application of the business logic.
Yeah.
And on the fly.
No, intermittent storage is occurring at irregular intervals. Not continuous or steady.
I mean, if you see the Kafka broker is also a intermittent storage, right?
Okay. Okay, then I think we have a solution, but I don't know how to use that command. That's where I was struggling. But in
oh, you want this command?
Yes.
Just check this version. Mine version might be different, but let me.
The version Kafka. Then we need to match with the Spark version, right?
So this is the Spark version, yeah.
Okay. And the command before colon is a standard command.
Oh, this is a standard command. Yes, you can try all this system.
And this consumer.py, right?
Okay. Yeah, you can just whatever your consumer file you can write. I just like so it's testing code I was doing. I will have to do.
So you're not giving any path to here because in Windows, I think I don't know. I tried to give path, it was not taking. So I will try directly.
Oh, Windows, you mean? Oh, Windows only. I'm using WSL. Currently, I'm in the same folder, right? So I'm giving directly name of the file.
I will create BDS. I created with Ubuntu virtual machine, Ubuntu virtual machine. So I'll try.
See, I'm in the same folder, right? I'm in the same folder from where I'm executing command. So for that, I don't need unless I go, like a home directory somewhere. I have to give a complete path there.
Okay. If you are using this if you're using Jupyter, no browser, right? So when you're creating the files from there, how will you call this consumer.py? Any idea?
Oh, Jupyter Notebook, then I will not use the Jupyter Notebook. See, Jupyter Notebook is interactive, right? Interactive way. When you will write and it will give output. What I'm going to do is first part is we will be using the Jupyter Notebook, like a cluster creation and all. And the second question, we will give some names. So my final data frame will be changed. And now what I have is for each customer, I know its cluster and its label, right? The data frame. I'm going to read it and send it one by one, like randomly. I'm mimicking like this. Some location I will give, and I will write some logic to see, okay, this location means it is near to the shop. And only for those customer, it will apply the business logic, some offer. and we'll send back to that customer only.
Yogesh, like in the Hadoop system which you earlier gave, na, so in that particular thing, I have also loaded this thing Kafka. I have loaded and it is installed. My producer is sending messages, and I have opened another terminal on consumer, and in consumer is receiving whatever I am typing on the producer.
Perfect. Perfect.
So that I have checked. Now, like in BDS assignment also, I got some error of this thing configuration file.
Configuration file.
Yeah, it is when I was Spark, I was doing something. That time I got the error. So should I send you or show you what the error was?
Yeah, you can take the screen. Yeah, I'll stop sharing.
Yogesh, can you paste that command here?
Oh, I did paste, no? Where did I paste? I paste somewhere.
No, I think in a different group.
Oh man, okay. I thought I pasted in the group and said, copy.
Yogesh, later can you share the file, like the one you have set up for Kafka?
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
I will just redo that stuff once again because I did it. I tried to put the command I executed, but I will just install another WSL and will try to use the same. If it works, I will share the final one. Okay.
Sure, that will help, man. Thanks.
Ishwar, you're sharing, no?
Then,
Yeah, I'm
then
trying.
Yogesh, then
I'm on the Linux
if
machine.
if we install Python locally on local machine, then I think we can call this consumer.py locally, right? Because if it is on Jupyter Notebook, then it may not be possible, or it is possible. Any idea?
Yeah, Jupyter Notebook. I don't know how to run it, but as far I know, it's like interactively I use. It's Python program if you write.
Yeah, if you want to run any Linux command, so you can use, exclamation mark before.
Yeah.
That in that you can do, but I want that to see the producer will be running continuously, right? Also the consumer. So that's
So
the
for
reason I
that use
created.
ampersand.
You can do, but I thought I'm not making complicated. Like just keep simple thing here.
Yeah,
So if you see,
that's simple.
yeah, I have created a see, generally how we do is Jupyter Notebook we use for the development. Okay. So you can interactively check the output and all. Once you think, okay, your complete things are working fine, what we usually do is take all the commands you tried in Jupyter Notebook and create a program, right? And then you make it a single file, like say consumer.py.
Yeah, normally we use save Python notebook as .py file.
That also you can do.
Yeah.
So what I did was like this, I created a .py file and I'm just running the py file and it will be running continuously. So my one session will be running, like it will keep on sending random data to the Kafka broker, and the consumer also it will be another daemon running. So it will also receiving. And then for me now it's writing to the HDFS, which optionally we don't have to do write in HDFS. We can also write in, our host machine itself, like in the same directory here, instead of HDFS, I can write in this one also. Yeah. I was thinking just to reuse the setup we did for BDS. So. And again, this Ubuntu, right? Single machine rather than AWS and all, right? But again, you need to know all those services out there. So.
All right.
Okay, I think I'm not sharing. Okay. Yeah. I think Ishwar, you were sharing, right? You said you had down. Okay.
Just trying to find out. I am the.
I
Yes.
also did the same thing. I screwed up my old machine. I just got new machine now.
It's safe to have a virtual machine and do all the.
Yeah. Actually, my old machine was quite old. It's almost 10 years I was using. This is almost dead. So again, I set up yesterday this WSL, Hadoop, Spark, and everything. And now today I just tried Kafka. Yeah, it's see this Windows machine, right? So see, this is all Windows machine. Just one of the application is now WSL, and in that WSL you can write in, run any OS. Now I'm using Ubuntu, but you can run any OS. It's like virtual machine only. On the contrary, Docker will not have its own OS, so it will be the same one.
I don't know. It is sharing Microsoft Whiteboard, but it is not.
Yeah. We can see your screen, Ishwar. My whiteboard you are sharing, right?
I'm not. I don't want to share whiteboard. I was trying to share my screen, but somehow my screen is not visible to you all.
You have dual monitor or what?
No.
You have to
Then
use entire screen for
yeah,
better
entire
option.
screen stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that.
So for issue, security is a top concern.
Not
He
security,
doesn't want to show
privacy.
anything. Yes.
Rakesh, actually, I've been trying to approach you on the ping. So can we connect? I'm facing some issues. Can we connect
Okay.
separately? Yeah. So
Okay.
let's join there. Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, let us. We have a path, so let us try. I
Yeah.
think
What I would say is this setup is not that complex that I have done now.
yeah. On WSL, it is quite simple. I think in Windows also it will be simple if we have Python installed locally, rather than we are using this Jupyter
I don't
Notebook.
know Windows because some people face it. Might be some workaround there for sure, but someone has to try Windows. Then only the person can help others.
Yeah, I'll try to do that on Windows. Okay, then let's meet again with some advancement.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thanks.
No problem. I saw the scene quite late actually. I joined late.
Yeah, Rakesh, please in WhatsApp group share this new Word document. New Notepad document which you have done, right? So that we
Okay.
can use it. Yeah.
Let me, as I said, no, because I
Yeah.
was doing like copying the command, but let me rerun the same commands as a fresh WSL and confirm, and I will share that one. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rakesh.
No
Thank you
problem.
all. Bye.
So this one is on 18th, right? Monday we need to submit.
Yeah, Monday.
Okay.
And Monday we have quiz also, right? PGM. But you scored both because it's a good part, right? I mean, yeah. Okay then.
Thanks, guys. Yeah.
Thanks, bye.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Yogesh, my Linux machine is causing some problem. I'm trying.
Okay. Yeah. Let me know whenever you are ready.